Do you want to do the intro this time around?
Ooh. The intro to the whole show?
Yeah.
Alright. Great!
Well, don't make this noise while you're doing it.
But that's the fun part.
Yes.
Alright. Greetings, everybody. And welcome to the Forced Viewing Podcast. Or I swear I have my pants on this time.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep the casual racism down.
Again, he's lying.
My name is John Bruni, and I am joined by... Oh, wait, you're not...
Alright, well, are you going to partake?
Anybody speak up.
The ghost.
Matt Fagerholm.
Doug Walker, maniacal laugh. And the Drudgeon, no laugh.
That's a scumbag. So now today, instead of watching The Fly with Vincent Price, we are watching PSAs. Very dark and horrifyingly violent PSAs. No, not with actual death. We should clarify. There are no.
Thank God.
These are
I'm not going to be here for that.
These are not snuff films, but they are pretty funny.
The characters die in the PSAs, but no actual people were harmed in the filming of the PSAs that we know of.
That's
In
true.
ridiculous ways, we should add.
Like most victims, Julie knew her killer. It was her son, who was sitting behind her without a seatbelt. After crushing her to death, he sat back down.
Like in this one, where we have just watched a UK family get into their car. The woman knows who killed her.
As the narrator says,
Yeah.
she knew her killer.
She did.
As this big, villainous, evil van is like following, like, oh, okay, well, clearly that's gonna be who's the killer, right? But no, it's Alfred Hitchcock playing you like a piano. It's all the little red
alert.
herrings coming in there, you know, so...
But
And then
no,
the Shyamalan twist.
Yeah.
she was distracted by this villainous van. And so she crashed into some other fucking...
Yeah, so it's her fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's her fault.
It is. It
She's
really
not
is.
looking at the road. She smashes into this thing, and it's her son's fault for killing her because he wasn't wearing a...
Because
why is it his fault?
You don't even need a seatbelt in the back. Come on, let's be honest
I
with
just...
everyone here.
I don't know.
But he apparently headbutted his mom, and his mom died because of it.
Yeah, and so that kid has to live with that guilt the rest of his life because she wasn't watching the road. I don't know. What do you
You
think
know,
about
no, it's like, I
ridiculous.
wasn't really thinking about it, then we said all of them, like, yeah, there's like 3 other PSAs this should be, none of them should be if you're in the back seat, wear a seatbelt. Like, no, it should be watch the road, don't get distracted, don't hit cars.
Has she never seen a white van before? Like, is there some like white van serial killer? Like, oh shit, that's him. Like, why is she so obsessed
Is this
with
just
that?
a problem in Britain where it's like people get in car accidents and people from the back slam forward, killing the person in the front seat?
Well,
Yeah, he's got a really hard
forget,
nose, yeah.
he doesn't just slam forward, he actually lifts off his chair and smashes, and then it says, and he sits back down.
Like a tool, he sits back down. I think he got knocked. He's not sitting back down, he's getting knocked back. You know.
If she was Irish, she would not have died. So Irish are used to headbutts. It's a family thing.
Pretty much, if you crash a car, it's okay, but if you don't tell the person in the backseat to wear a seatbelt, you're an ass. Okay.
Completely.
They're just totally overlooking the fact that this woman, got in a car accident and pretty much killed herself.
Yeah.
No, it's the boy's fault.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying anything about this poor boy's broken nose.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody gives a fuck about him.
What about the daughter?
Yeah, what happened to her? Exactly.
And she didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Well, she lived. To have children, probably.
Okay, so here's the question. We'll go around. We'll start with you, Bruni, of course. Was it an effective PSA for what it was trying to PSA you?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
No.
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 Fail.
Oh.
Next one. Let's do the next one.
Rabbits are scary. They're like, and it's like they're looking for people to eat, and I don't really like it. Our pigs are pankies and boy pigs.
I was 6 on the 50th of November.
Do babies' mummies teach them how to laugh, or do they know already?
My nana's skin doesn't really fit her face.
I can't help getting hurt. I'm too big for my boots. Darling's having a bunker. Having a bunker, Mummy. You like it. I don't have a bedtime because my mum doesn't get back till really late. Having a bunker. Shut it! You're doing my head in. I'm warning you. Can I go to your house? Why? Because I don't want to go back to my house. I'm a mistake. So was my fault. Daddy banged my eyes on the floor. I'm a little cow. I'm a little cow. I'm a little cow. It's a secret I'm not allowed to tell.
Nice.
I'm a dinosaur. Are you really? You can tell me. Are you a dinosaur?
Yes, until you're certain they're a dinosaur.
Okay.
What a pack of cunts.
Who wants to describe the one we just saw?
I'll describe it.
But you have to describe it like the kids described.
A bunch of asshole kids.
A bunch of asshole kids.
A bunch of asshole kids are doing a whole bunch of asshole kid things. Just because mommy drinks. Go fuck yourself.
You're a mistake.
Oh my god, did all those kids belong to one mother? Oh my god! Be hurting
I'm a
vagina.
little cow. I'm a little cow. You are. Your mom's right.
Oh, see, for that one, I was just imagining, what if she's drawing a cow?
Yeah, it's just not like, that's cute.
And they all clearly voted for Trump because didn't he say like election day's like on November 50th or something? So I think that was it. He said something.
He said his birthday's on November 50th.
No, something. Yeah.
These kids are all idiots.
I don't know. I mean, I felt kind of bad for some of them. I mean, these are just all kids from abusive households, and then the commercial's like, "Oh, don't call unless you're." I don't know. Is that all it is? It's raising awareness.
It was basically saying,
like kids
don't
fib a lot?
don't wait till you're certain.
Okay.
Is what it's saying.
Oh, don't wait. Okay, got it.
They're saying it may be nothing, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait,
I actually think that PSA is all right. It's like, yeah, be concerned.
No, mommy's right. Mommy's right.
Say, all right, fine.
See, but
I kind of sign. It's way too long. It's way too.
It does carry on for a bit longer.
It does, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, I agree too, but I do always kind of think to myself, like, you know, I just immediately think to that South Park where it's just like, all I have to do is say mom and dad touch you and they'll just come and take your parents away. It's like, while I doubt that happens often, I do kind of feel like, you know, things like that can kind of happen, like a kid can say something to get attention. I don't know, but it's not
It's
like
a gray area.
But it's not like ignore it either. I mean, so I don't know. It's probably right. I'm just wondering what that kid was looking at for like a solid minute.
Yeah,
at the end. Just comes out and he's just like.
Was he looking at James McAvoy and Split or something? Like,
Yeah.
holy shit! What's going on?
I took it. Remember when he was being pushed out? There was someone throwing out the trash.
Oh.
It's like I think he was. The point was he's looking at this person who's probably looking at him like, well, you know, it's probably nothing.
The trash was taken out. Twice.
They should have a reverse shot of the guy looking at him, like, oh, okay, I get it. Otherwise, is it just the trash looking at him?
But if you see the adults, then you won't.
No,
It's not kids. Kids.
Yeah.
Fuck kids.
Yeah.
Not like fuck kids. But fuck kids.
Well,
But if you think that's going on, don't wait to be certain.
Yeah. That's the problem, is all the kids have the Charlie Brown voice. Like, wah, wah, wah. That's all the adults sound in this universe.
okay, we'll go around again. Effective?
No.
No, not even remotely.
Sure. I'd say yeah, just to be the contrarian.
We'll shame you.
I'll say yes. Oh no, I like that. Don't wait to be certain. I mean, it's like I can see it being taken the other way, like a too cautious adult or something like that. But it's like no, it's even then it's probably good to.
And it's a low bar to raise from the last one, so
yeah, that's kind of true too.
Yeah.
I see a child mowing the lawn and I have to call Child Protective Custody.
I will remember that message much more than whatever the message of the last one was. I've already forgotten it.
Lost on that now.
So did you win at football then?
Yeah, of course we did.
Well, because you're the best?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so.
So, do you want a bit of fun before your parents get back?
Doing what?
You know, just a bit of fun.
Let's just watch this.
Oh, come on. I'll tell everyone you're frigid.
Well, why would you do that?
Well, you basically are being now.
Well, no, not really, because we've already done it.
Yeah, but you said we would tonight. Then you dragged me over here and now you say it's not happening.
Let's just watch this, alright? I don't know when my mum's going to be back. No, I don't want
Oi.
to. No, I don't want to.
How about a cuddle?
What always happens at the end of a cuddle?
Well, who's that?
Nicole?
Oh, you and your mates.
What are you doing?
That's your fault, that.
I've only just got this.
Don't talk to me like that. And anyway, why are you talking to Nicole? You know I don't like her.
So I'm not even allowed friends now, I'm not.
I've got arms, you mate.
Can you please just let go of me? You really hate me.
Look at you. You're pathetic. Leave her alone.
Please, can you just let go of me, alright?
No, what are you doing?
I'll do it.
You're going to have to put some work in to get me ready now. Well, go on then. Show me something.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That poor boy.
Oh, God.
Okay, who wants to describe this one? Not Bruni.
All I'm thinking about is what an amazing belt that kid had. What belt is that? It's like multicolored. It's just these two Brit tits are talking, and he's just like, "Oh, I want to shag," and she's like, "No," and he's like, "Yes," but another him is like, "No,"
and he sounds like young Ricky Gervais when he's like, "Oh, you want to play around?"
Yeah.
I can imagine him in the alternative version.
He's Mento.
Yeah.
And this very pretty girl who can clearly get anyone she wants is like, "I'm gonna stay with this guy who hits me and destroys my phone, and you know what? I'm fine with this." But other him is not fine with it, but does nothing because he has this window he's knocking on,
It's a
like the
force
end of The
field.
Graduate. Yeah, force field. Yeah, where he's blue. He feels blue.
In more than one way.
And you see Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar next door trying to get to the bookshop.
Because you know it's about love.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
You guys are all of a sudden quiet.
I've said my piece. That poor boy. He is not getting his dick wet. Now someone's got to pay the price.
God.
I don't know. I'm trying to get my head wrapped around him. So there's a part of him that wishes he could see himself.
Well,
where does that part reside?
It's the thing of, it's more along the lines of, if you could actually go back and like see what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
Is that
Would you stop? No, it's not the future. It's just saying if you could see what you're doing, like from an outside
so it's like a
perspective,
Christmas Carol
would
thing.
you stop
Oh,
yourself?
poor Tiny Tim sort of thing.
Kind of.
Okay.
No, except Tiny Tim watching Tiny Tim saying, "Why can't you walk?
Come on,
Stop it! Stop it! Bang!"
That's more or less what it was.
Sure.
Because when you're in the moment,
Yeah.
a lot of people do a lot of stupid shit. If you
Yeah.
could see it from a different perspective, would you stop?
Yeah,
That's more what it was.
he had one really wonderfully awful line, just a horribly written piece of dialogue where he's like, "But you gotta put some work into it."
Give
I
me
was like,
sword.
what? What the hell? Yes.
If this kid is doing or saying any of that, he wouldn't give a shit if he was watching himself do that. I'm just watching. It's like, well, why would he, if he's watching, be like, "Oh no, I'm a jerk"? Like, well, if you're doing this
Yeah.
stuff, you're not gonna to be like, oh no, is that what I look like?
Yeah.
It's like, anyone who says that stuff
If I
isn't
wanted
going to...
anyone to die in these PSAs, why couldn't it be this? Seriously, why couldn't it happen here? And I just wanted
He
to
buckled his seat.
She should have just kicked him in the balls and left their bedroom. The end.
Yeah.
The end.
But then she won't be able to see his amazing belt.
Okay. She just wanted the belt. That's the real message.
Yeah.
She just wanted him to take off that belt.
The second
she'd
part,
smack him in the face.
The second part is she kicks him in the nads.
Yep.
Runs off, and the yobbles, and takes the belt and runs off.
No, the second part is we get a bit of in out. Because that's what men and women do.
Here we go, the violence.
He's just trying to top the Black Fly's match.
There you go.
Oh, nice. Oh, there you go.
Okay, we'll go around. Effective or no?
No.
Well, I'm a girl, so yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it's effective. Yeah, because I hated his ass. So yeah, it's effective.
His ass was fine.
I'll say no, especially because I think people that... I mean, there are things where you can show some... You know, if you could watch yourself doing something, be like, oh my gosh, that one really liked, but that was just it's far removed
it's
and so over the top that I just can't see, like, oh no, if I saw that, I would change my ways. It's like, no, anyone doing that, if you already like that, seeing yourself is not going to change you.
Yeah, because then he'd just be saying what he said.
Yeah.
They would just be like,
There's Bruni.
No,
hey.
if he was really watching himself, he'd be like, oh, I should have hit a home.
Yeah, punch her in the face. Yeah, that's right.
I like a chick with black eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm clearly for the message, you know, but it's like, I don't think that's a very good way of showing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll agree.
It looks like rain again today. Dark clouds gather and fill the sky. Don't know how to talk to you, just know how to say goodbye.
Have you actually got a driver's license? I don't think so.
Go back where you came from. Learn to speak English.
Go back where you came from.
Is that what you think?
Look, some kids just have to realize their parents are better than them. Do shit that they can't do. That's what they have to realize.
Pretty much kind of empowering in that sense.
Yes.
I shouldn't hear me this time. Go on. So, or do you want me to? Will you grab me kind of pop in some water?
I had a thought, I missed it. It's gonna come back to me in a minute.
I mean, it's... Again, some of it goes a little over the top to where it's comical, like the kid flicking off and stuff. And there's something... Violence, when you have to convey it that quickly, has to be done very carefully. So I think when you see the guy about to hit the woman, the kid's gonna do it too. It's kind of cute. When you see the kid with the little fist, and it's like, that is just...
Mighty Morphin Power!
Yeah, I mean, it's just... It makes it more silly, but, I mean, but some of the other stuff, I get, you know, and I like what dropping the beer and the smoking, and then the, and I like that it shows him, like, picking up something and the other kid coming in.
Somewhere an Indian is crying. That's what I thought it would end with. It's like the Indian and his son crying over the dropped pop can and such.
Well, of course, in all the, after the election, we see all the, you know...
Yeah,
I mean, when you see go back where you come from, it's like, well, I mean, we elected a guy that's saying that, so...
That resonated. More effective than the last one.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
I mean, for the most part, I liked it. Like I said, just one or two of those where I know they were trying to be disturbing. It's like, but it's a little kid, so it's kind of funny.
A kid smoking is hilarious. Oh no, sorry. A kid smoking's disturbing, but punching a woman, that's so funny.
I think they're both funny. Well, because all I'm thinking is, like, if you see the guy about to hit the woman, it's like, oh, but we see the kid, it's like, okay, fine, well, you hit it, it's like, oh,
it's
stop it, honey, oh, you're so strong,
Here's our callback to the fly. The kid and the fly drank.
That's true.
Ah.
And remember, he was aggressive to his mom because, you know, women are the way they are.
Well, yeah, they are. But
why are you staying silent, Jory? Since you're in right here, we're gonna you on a silver platter.
No, we're all oppressing her.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, we have to oppress.
Yes, I'm sorry. But
Just
it's
waiting for
necessary.
someone's belt to come out.
Usually it's mine.
Damn, I don't have a belt on.
And the little children see, children do, monkey see, monkey do thing was kind of nice. As you said, like children are monkeys. So
Yeah, they're damn monkeys.
Appropriate. No.
Effectiveness. Shit.
No, I will say whether or not it was effective, but I think it's effective for the wrong reasons.
No, don't go down that route.
It is effective because children are fucking idiots. They will do anything. They will put their finger in a fucking electrical socket.
Well, so will adults.
Well,
It's the YouTube age.
Yeah, that is true. But children are fucking morons. The whole point, the reason I think it's so effective is because it says that you should not have children.
That's true.
Do not have kids. Fuck children.
No more kids.
But otherwise, it was not effective
Okay.
for its reason, stated purpose.
No, I think it was actually. That's something that I've always said from day one when we first had our kids. You know, they see everything you do. They have big ears, in a sense, so you have to be careful. And I like that even though they tried to scare you into this whole idea, oh, look, there's a kid smoking, there's a kid, you know, and it's horrible, but what actually is important to me that I thought was really effective was in the end where the dad was helping someone and the kid was helping, and that to me made it more important and more effective that way.
Yeah. And you raised 2 great kids. There you go. Proof in the pudding. Yeah, I agree.
We don't know yet.
Thumbs up.
I actually have one more thing to add. Because this is the UK, right?
Are these all the UK?
So should the kid have been doing this?
The 2 fingers.
Yeah, the kid should have been doing this.
Yeah, they
do
have the
both.
middle
They do
finger too.
both.
They do have the middle finger down there.
I find it really funny though. While everyone's talking, it's like, ha! Jory talks, and it's like, all the guys are all of a sudden like,
Now I just wanted to have a voice in this conversation.
She's been so quiet over there.
Turns out I have a belt of my own.
But it's not as nice as that kid's belt.
effective? Yay, nay.
You skipped him.
Yeah,
He said it. He
No,
said it was.
thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought it was. It got silly at times, but I mean, I thought it worked.
Okay.
How'd you keep waiting for someone else to get decapitated? I thought since Jason's curating this, it's all gonna end in some gory. You know.
I'm trying to pick.
I like it. No, this is a nice group. Yeah.
Right.
That was not the one.
I was like, okay, he's totally gonna get decapitated. There's his.
No, actually, that's what it is. The guy comes, puts on his headphones, and he starts working, and he's like, huh, it's not working. Oh, I just gotta hit this button. So he hits the button, and he goes back and works, and this guy pops from behind, and he's like, no! And it cuts back to the guy literally crushed and compressed.
You see
no.
finger
Wait,
twitching. His hair and his fingers.
I know. Look, I know what
That
this
was
is about.
a rip-off.
I know what this is about. This is anti-ginger propaganda.
Okay, we're skipping this one. Next one. That was a lot. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Is it in 4? Is it?
No, we watched 4.
I thought we skipped 4 too.
Can't know if you're certain.
I see.
I'm the sous chef here. With any luck, I should be head chef by next year. I've got this amazing fiance, who I won't be marrying this weekend. Because I'm about to be in a terrible accident. But really, I should have cleaned up the grease over there. And they should never put the deep fryer so close.
Somebody help me!
Jesus Christ!
Hold on.
How could this be on any television network? Just like randomly, just throw that on in between like Blue's Clues or something. What the fuck? is nuts.
It's Canada.
Oh, it's hard. It's scarring as hell.
No, the real,
Literally.
Yeah.
the real point of this one is if you are ugly, you're not getting married.
There we go. There we
But
go.
she was a pretty girl.
She was until she got her face
Yeah,
burned
until
off. She survived.
Oh, God.
She survived to tell her tale. Now she's not getting married because she's a fucking burn victim.
Do you have your belt, Jory? Seriously? We need to do something about this.
So no, you guys have seen that one.
Well, that was on one of his lists.
Yeah, the commercial
and it gave me
specials.
nightmares
Good
just on his video.
Oh, you did PSAs?
No, we did commercials, but we have this running joke of playing scary Canadian PSAs. There might be more on here, honestly.
That's possible.
But that was actually part of a series where they would show, you know, the person talking and saying, I'm going to do this, I have a great life ahead of me, except this accident happens, and then something horrific happens, says there are no accidents. And I'm like, what? There are.
Yeah, but it's so badly timed because it is like slapstick. You know, it's like, this is gonna happen. Woo! And it's like some kind of Home Alone thing.
You know, yeah, and in the video I did, you know, I'm screaming, going, "Oh my God, that's awful!" But honestly, again, it's you know, like I said, it's Home Alone, it's Three Stooges,
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Just the way she slips in that wide shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so silly.
See, for me, I liked it because she's in the middle of a sentence when she slips and falls.
Yeah.
But that's even funnier.
But I'm so used to... Well, but that's the thing. It doesn't feel as staged if you're in the middle of... It's like...
I mean, it's horrific.
I'm going over here to do this.
Yeah.
Hit by car. I mean, it's not like... And you can just drop fucking dead. Bam! Hit by a bus.
Yeah.
You know, that's more effective to me. Is it silly? Yes, it is. But I like how they actually did it with the whole... Right in the middle of the sentence, we're just going to have her fall and get burned.
Yeah.
But it wasn't an accident. It was murder most foul.
Yeah. She was getting a promotion. That guy wanted it behind her. So that's it.
Oh, shame if somebody
No, actually, it was suicide. She said she should have cleaned up that oil spill.
Yeah, she seemed going.
It wasn't an accident. It was suicide.
Yeah,
She hated the guy. It was a forced marriage, and she wanted.
She wanted to collect the insurance.
Yeah. There you go. So it was a scream of joy at the end. Yes, my insurance. I'm rolling.
Hurts so good. They got him a masochist.
Yeah. So we're voting now.
Effective?
No.
No, definitely not. Don't fucking tell me nothing is an accident. Fuck you!
It's well made, but I hate it. I really hate it.
No, and I still don't get it. There clearly are accidents.
Like, is it like a mop commercial? Like, you gotta screen the floors better? I don't know.
I mean, like I said, it's just indicating, no, that was planted there.
I blame the actress who played Alice for falling and dying.
Yes. It's always the woman's fault.
Damn right. I mean, I love you.
I love you too, darling.
Yep.
That's really clever.
Best one so far.
Yeah,
Absolutely the
that's
best
pretty
one so far. Because it's a simple idea, it gets the point done. You see, and I thought just a normal looking girl is what I saw in the mirror, and then it just goes back and it's this skeletal, because that is how people with eating disorders see themselves in this weird skewered way. Even though I didn't think, I was like, whatever, some body fat, who cares?
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I thought it was really well done.
Yeah.
I'd still fuck her.
Of course you would.
we all know that from all the squeeze that shit comments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with her. Who cares? Yeah.
No, that was extremely effective.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't need to say anything. They didn't need to
that's
say
right.
anything.
There's no words at
There
all.
were no words, and that,
even if they didn't show the little, you know, help stop anorexia and stuff like that, it's like, I mean, you put it in just to make it absolutely clear, but it's like, you don't even need that. I mean, you get it right away.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome. He made it, you know.
After Karen Carpenter died of it, you know. Killing off one of my favorite singers ever.
Yeah.
You know.
And they made a whole movie about her life with Barbie dolls, remember?
I know.
Yeah, that's right.
What is a Barbie world?
It is.
My only issue with it is the loud music at the end.
Yeah, the music doesn't really...
It got a bit too loud. I literally was like, leaning away.
Yeah.
Effective.
I'm going to surprise everyone and say yes.
Not at getting horny. Effective at the message.
Oh! No. No, it was effective. I'd be fooled to say otherwise.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. What country was this?
Actually, that I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Wow, we got all thumbs up for that one.
What the fuck is wrong with us?
Yeah.
We need to argue more.
Nowhere in the corridors of pale green and gray, nowhere in the suburbs in the cold light of day, there in the midst of it, so alive and alone, words support like bone. Dreaming of Mercy Street, where you're inside out. Dreaming of mercy.
Jesus.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Where was the Joker? She was obviously a victim of the Joker.
Yeah. Well, I thought she was the Joker at the beginning, but that's... This is brutal, Jason. This is taking us down some rough emotional territory, but effectively once again. So, no.
I think that she's just really bad at makeup.
This is like the anti-makeup tips.
Yeah, I know. I can't even make fun of this, really. It's like when you get into ads like this, it's hard for me to even joke about it.
I can.
I don't know. I know too many people in that type of situation where it's just, you know, yeah, it never does stop, and you can put on the makeup, but it's, yeah, and she's just looking at her reflection in the mirror. I guess we should describe that for the listeners.
Actually,
or maybe not, I don't know.
What am I actually in it?
What do you know?
Okay, go on.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. That was beautifully done, one shot. Yeah, and just like the last one, really. Just it didn't need words.
Is that what she was doing? She was putting on makeup? Is that what she was doing?
No, it wasn't necessarily makeup. It was more...
Or something that's covering up one.
Well, it wasn't... I took it more as like, oh crap, okay, I got hit here.
I thought something
and stuff would fade away, but then it would start coming back again. It wasn't like if she was trying to cover it, it was more... And I could be wrong, but it seemed more like...
I thought she was trying to cover one of the black eyes at the beginning.
Yeah, see, at first I thought, like, you know, the black guy almost, like, disappeared. I thought that's what it was going to do, like, she was going to almost, like, if I almost thought it was being played backwards, like, you know, the scars were going to go away as she sort of touches them, but then, like, they all come back, but I think that might have been a little bit more effective, just if they went that sort of extra step. Because it's sort of hard to see what she's doing, because you do clearly see, I don't know if that's makeup or a black eye, but you see it just disappear on the first eye, and then you see something else she touches disappears, but then the other stuff kind of does, and then the bloody nose starts. Yeah. And I felt, man, if it just all kind of disappeared, because that would give you almost like a refreshing, oh, like it's kind of gone, and then it comes back. That would have been just a sharper image. Yeah, I think it would have been more effective.
I do love that very end of her jumping and cutting the black. That's great. That's,
that's a quick turn.
That was a really nice touch.
Yeah. And that for one shot, she did that pretty good.
Yeah, great acting. Definitely good.
We don't know the other side of the story, though.
Oh, God. She stole the guy's belt. You know, what's he gonna do? Exactly.
Maybe she's a piece of shit. You don't know that. Maybe she had it coming.
She led him on.
That's right.
And all that stuff. I mean,
she really had to work for it. She had to work for it, you know.
Maybe she just robbed a bank. The cops are trying to stop her. There's a struggle. She killed 3 of them, but not without taking a few hits with the stick.
Maybe she killed her mother.
And that's the police at
her
the door.
Yeah.
She could have killed her children.
And that's why it never stops, because she has to feed her robbing addiction.
Yes. Or she killed her mother after her mother slammed into a car. Like,
She was the one in the passenger seat.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So she led to a life of crime after her brother killed her mother.
Oh, this is just an anthology.
Yeah,
really.
pretty much.
Nice.
All these PSAs are connected.
It's a shared universe, my God!
The PSA MCU. PSACU.
Effective?
No.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll say yes, though I would have liked it if they just visually even took like one more step. Like I say, having it all disappear I thought would have been stronger, but it worked well. Yes. Yes.
He's fun, he's cute, he's crazy. He's my little puppy. Hours of fun for all the family. My little puppy comes completely unhouse trained and enjoys being taken for lots of walks. Needs feeding on a regular basis and requires endless love and attention. And when all the fun's over, he's easily stored away.
Holy shit! Oh my God!
A rousing success!
Okay, that is a little close to the Chia kid.
Oh my God! It so is.
Oh God.
Pets are annoying. Pets are bullshit.
Dogs are not toys and neither are daughters.
I was gonna say, yeah, the more I think about our Chia kid, like, that could be a PSA about just how to treat children.
Yeah.
Children are tools.
And look, pets... I certainly will never have a pet because I don't want the responsibility of looking after something that can't take care of itself.
Kind of like kids.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I've got lots of kids buried in a compost behind Planned Parenthood. I can't take credit for that one. That's Tucker Max. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I wish I could have said that I came up with that one.
I don't know, I feel like, even with that tagline, I feel like there's something stronger. I don't know, is that still a thing, just throwing animals in a pond? I feel like that's like in a Tom and Jerry cartoon or something. You know,
Thomas!
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I know there's tons of animal cruelty out there, but it's like the stories I see of animal cruelty, I mean, they're not usually like that. It's people like, you know, either not feeding them or treating them like crap or like just torturing them for fun or something. I feel like that's more like the concern. Don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily want to see that, you know, in a PSA, but it's like, no, but it's like that's kind of what happens. I just don't see the throwing in the river thing.
But it's okay because the bag floats and he washed up ashore in Egypt and became Moses. Yeah,
that's doggy Moses.
That's doggy Moses.
Just, well, wouldn't it be so much easier just to throw the dog outside and close the door? I mean, that's...
Well, no, you don't want that burden to fall on someone else.
It's true. It's like, oh man, it just becomes a series of like a dog's purpose.
What I'm waiting for is a woman to be walking down the street and just be like, ooh, a new purse, opens it up.
Effective?
No.
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 I'll say no, yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna curl up in a bottle myself.
What do you mean it made no sense? It just didn't make any sense.
Okay, so this is a sequel to that PSA we saw of all the kids being screwed up. Now we know why they're screwed up, because they have like this evil clown parent and like the devil from Passion of the Christ parent, and
their mom's an evil Barney.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go. No, it makes sense. Totally makes sense. It all comes together.
Full circle.
All full circle. Yes.
You know what's funny? I remember seeing that. Like somebody sent it to me, I think, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I remember that big bunny head, and everyone else looking creepy about it. Just like, what's this for again? And I'm like, "Oh, it's like, you know, you can't recognize, you know, monsters when they try to kidnap you." Or say, it's like, "Oh no, that's not it. How do your kids see you when you're drinking?" And it's just like,
drinking.
Where the hell was there even a bottle of alcohol?
Drinking is such a reductive thing to say. They could be about pedophilia. It could be about all these different threats.
Yeah, it can be anything.
Yeah.
You know, like the one that had, you know, the woman look in the mirror with the bruises and stuff. Immediately you know what that is. Okay, that's about abuse and stuff. But this one, I mean,
it's confusing.
Yeah, you gotta wait till the end, but there's no visual to tie it to drinking at all. You know, and there's something about like when they try to go so overly creepy and harsh that it does just kind of become comical. I mean, it's like you just know they're trying to, like, you know, message work in the creepy, aren't we creepy? And it's like,
and it was creepy for a while.
You feel like they're trying too hard. Something about the guy breathing really hard when he's buckling into kick. I'm like,
oh, it's just fucking James McAvoy and Split. I keep seeing him and everything now. It's like, don't let him in the car.
I think you're pregnant now.
Is that how you buckle your kids in?
Yeah.
I'd have to say that last kid was great, though.
Yeah.
The look on his face, this guy's like, he's just like, so confused.
Yeah. He's as confused as we are.
Yeah.
More proof that kids are the enemy.
As he drinks.
Of course.
Kids are the enemy.
How do we look to you? Never mind.
Why does he have a giant rabbit head right now? What's going on?
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, here's my other big problem with this is that, you know, I didn't have alcoholic parents or anything, but imagine a kid that does have like an alcoholic parent. You know, they wouldn't see him as a giant killer bunny. You know, they wouldn't see him as like this weird sad clown or something like that. They would see him as an asshole. You know, they see him as a jerk, and yeah, they could be afraid of him or something.
Yeah, that's more like a Predator thing. It's like it should be about pedophilia.
And I think
it's a Predator commercial.
Imagine, you know, let's say a grown-up watching it did have, you know, an alcoholic mother or father or whatever and stuff, and they saw that, it's like, no, that's not how I saw him. It's like, did they go to testimonies that's just like, yeah, I remember, man, when my mom drank, she looked like a killer bunny. Like, just crazy. Yeah, when my drank, her eye was hanging out. That's what I saw. Yeah. And it's just like, no, you're not representing that right.
I mean, that hooded figure looks exactly like the devil in Passion of the Christ, that like hooded Sinead O'Connor sort of thing. You know, just was like, you know, that's what the kid was. Oh, I shouldn't have seen that Mel Gibson movie. Fuck him. You know?
Speaking of someone who had an alcoholic mother and who had an alcoholic stepfather, that was bullshit.
Yeah, there you go. I think that basically sums it up right there. The voice of experience. If it didn't work for him, it doesn't work.
I feel like it probably had a good intention, but it was there just to get attention. It's like, gets your attention. Ooh, the twist! We did this! And, you know, it's like... And I don't know, it's a twist because you can't see it coming, but it's like, but it doesn't connect.
Because that could say anything. You can replace drinking with when your parents are really pissed off. And when your parents, you know, it could be anything. Just like, how do your kids see you when you've lost the lottery? You know, it's like, God damn it. You know, it could be anything.
It felt much more like a Predator thing than alcohol.
Yeah.
If anything, it's what an alcoholic sees after drinking.
That's how they see they look in the mirror.
No, I'd like to say, drinking a lot, you don't see bunnies. You
see them if you stop drinking.
Yes.
You're just not drinking the right stuff.
If you're drinking while watching David Lynch films.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, accept that.
Yeah.
Effective.
Fuck no.
Effective.
Nah.
Effective.
Nah.
No. Okay.
You're doing a real good job on your picture.
Coffee.
Please.
I'd like some more too, for sure.
She spilled my coffee.
I'm sorry, sir.
You fucking bitch. I'll bring you a little coffee. How do you like this? You wouldn't get away with it here. You shouldn't get away with it at home.
No, the message is clear. Learn how to pour coffee.
There we go.
Did you hear what the message was?
I remember seeing it, so I think I remember it. But...
If it can't happen here, it shouldn't happen at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another well-intentioned message taken way over the top.
Yeah. I agree. Especially the way he starts off just sounds so funny. Spilled the coffee.
I thought his daughter spilled the coffee. That's at first. I thought that was like, what? Oh, she did. Okay.
And even the daughter just has a little, here we go again.
Yeah,
The waitress gonna get her ass handed to her.
I think this one was effective because it is taking something that happens so regularly at home. You spilled the coffee, you dumb bitch, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
So
if you put it into this situation,
if you could only see yourself.
Comical. It looks comical, but that's how it happens.
Yeah.
You know, it's exactly how it happens. You idiot, you spilled my fucking coffee.
Yeah. So it's like
and the kid's like, oh shit, here we go again. You know, that's exactly how it happens, but putting it in this setting makes it funny. And that's, to me, that's why I think it works, is because, that's never gonna happen. Who the hell does that?
It's a little better way of illustrating that if you can only see yourself by putting it in a different context.
Kind of,
It's like, well, that's ridiculous.
Do you think that's meant to be funny, though? I think it was meant to try and be serious, but it just comes off as funny.
But that's what I'm saying.
So awkward.
Just someone who hasn't been in a situation like that, it comes off as a little bit silly and a little bit funny.
No, I feel like you can show that, even in that scenario, you can show that in a way that is just much more disturbing and uncomfortable. I don't think that was meant to be funny.
No, I'm not saying it was meant to. I'm saying to people who haven't been in that situation, it could seem a little bit funny and a little bit silly. But the thing is, though, to me, is it's kind of like going back to the last one we just saw with the kids. You take it to that extent where it's a little bit too much. It's so more over the top. This is pretty simplistic. You spilled coffee, I'm going to kick the shit out of you for it. If you took it any further than that, then it would become unbelievable.
I guess that one look that the girl gives is good. Because you're like, okay, we get some sense that there's some abuse already happening.
History,
so just to have maybe we need a few more little moments like that. I don't know. But it was, it wasn't a bad.
I don't know, something about just the way it was shot and the angles.
I was just kind of confused. I didn't see the coffee getting spilled.
I feel like you could shoot that in the way, like, maybe from like a distance or something, but just something, it made it almost look like an action comedy with the weird angles and stuff like that, and the coffee and the throwing the pot and saying, I feel like there's a situation where they could have shot that a little bit more, where it is more disturbing than it is, kind of funny, just such an explosion. Like, I don't know, something about it came across as more humorous.
I know exactly what this needs.
Oh, shit.
This needs, when he's pouring the coffee all over her tits, we needed the record scratch. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Play the 80s music.
Or it's like the beginning of Goodfellas sort of thing. Ever since I was like that, basically. A record rip.
Effective.
Fuck no.
Yes.
I'm sort of undecided. Can I give like a split vote or?
No.
Okay, fine, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say no. I like the idea behind it.
Yeah, I'm split. I'm definitely split.
I don't think it was done well enough, though.
I can't take my eyes off you.
It is quite clear that you are driving too fast to cope with the unexpected.
The faster the speed, the bigger the mess. From DOE, supported by Norwich Union.
So this is also a sequel because the car loses control in the first one. The dog gets out of the bag and runs right in front of it. And so really it's just all about just hit the fucking dog.
Because the guy in the backseat wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle. Full circle, definitely.
That fucking Walker should have been driving the speed limit guy there. Not the guy who sped around, but the guy that was going really slow. That motherfucker.
It should be about that. He was an old guy and he was lost.
Fuck him. Get him off the road. Just shoot him as you're driving past him. He needs to be killed. The guy that was speeding was fine. He was well within his rights.
All right, no more Jim Beam tonight.
He was well within his goddamn rights.
Yeah, I don't know. What else? What is? Anything to say, Joey?
Could be used against you.
No, I'm kind of still processing.
I know, we only see like a therapist after all these. These are more emotionally scarring than I just thought I'd be seeing a bunch of heads get blown.
I'll say two things that distracted me a little bit is that the speed, even though I like how fast it happens, sometimes it's happening so quick that, like, you know, the boyfriend gets squashed surprisingly very effectively, and then you see the girlfriend go, no! And then it cuts to what looks like her in the car screaming too. I'm like, what? She's in the car, and then there's like another person there is like, what? And then you see windshield, and then it's back to her, and then there's an ambulance guy, and it was happening so quick. It took me a second to realize, oh, that's a different person in the car. That's the ambulance coming. Wait, who? Was that the driver now? The one who was out there? And so it took me a second to catch on. To put it together, but you know, I caught up. The other thing is, it's gonna sound really weird. I don't think they should pick such a catchy song in there. I was kind of getting into the song. Like I'm watching, like I'm supposed to be like affected by this. I'm like, yeah, it's a nice jam. Good song. Who did this? But I like that. I immediately know what it is, you know, and it all ties together, and it's like, okay, this is trying to get this message across, and we have heard stories like this, you know, just somebody's driving a little too fast, and, you know, and just some bullshit can happen, you know, a dog or somebody else steps on the brakes or something, and yeah, and this is coming from a guy that loves to speed. Don't get me wrong, but it is kind of like, you know, I do say to myself, yeah, all it takes is like one fucking dumb thing to happen to get me in an accident, so I might be like, I keep my distance a little bit from a car too, so...
So thank you for having us muse on the fragility of life. Thank you.
You're welcome. Effective.
No.
Yes.
It was an effective ad for Final Destination 9.
I liked it, yeah, I'd say it was effective.
The Workplace Safety and Insurance Board is asking you to make safety a priority in your workplace. You can do this by always wearing proper safety equipment, demanding proper training, know your rights and responsibilities, like the right to refuse unsafe work, and always look out for your fellow co-workers. Because when you make safety a priority, guys, you help prevent injury.
Workplace injuries and deaths are preventable. If there is a random zombie attack, run like a... For more safety tips and a chance to win a killer laptop, visit preventit.ca.
What? That was an actual ad?
Hey, if insurance companies can offer insurance against zombie apocalypse, then that is perfectly acceptable.
So, I mean, this is kind of what I always wish would happen on like an extreme makeover show, and they're just kind of going on and on. It's so boring. I mean, they would at least enliven some of that stuff, you know.
Oh, was that the same one as the accident one? Was that the same, like, the preventive, whatever? Okay. As funny and entertaining as it was, same thing. I don't know. I'm like, what, zombies?
I have no idea. I have no idea what the message of this is.
Yeah, it was funny.
Clue. Yeah, totally entertaining. But
I find it a little ironic this guy's talking about safety while looking at the camera the whole time, not looking behind him.
And he almost walks under ladders.
Yeah,
that was going to be like the thing, you know.
It was funny, but I don't know what the hell was advertising.
Walking Dead season 6. Right? 7.
I love how the whole thing is him talking about safety and know this, know that, and then it's like, I don't know what it's about.
Because he's being pretty safe.
He has zombies.
Yeah, zombies come in.
I don't get it.
If there's a zombie attack, run like a motherfucker.
Oh, okay. What? I don't get it. Jordan, you get it?
No, I think it was just their attempt at reaching the younger crowd because it's hilarious, and they said motherfucker on TV.
Mm.
So you'll remember it.
So it's like randomness
hilarious.
can happen.
Yeah.
Be
Well,
prepared
basically
for
what it's saying is he's going by and he's explaining all these things that could happen.
Yeah.
And you're expecting that to happen,
Yeah.
and it never does. And it's something as simple as him picking up the cup, you're like, oh, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
And it's zombies. And it says all this work stuff could possibly happen, but a zombie attack never will.
Oh.
Then why have the zombies?
But that's kind of the point, is that all this stuff is preventable.
Okay, but then there's
Funny,
zombies.
haha.
But they're zombies. It
It's a very real threat.
It just doesn't connect with the
twice.
message.
Let's ask the big zombie face over here what he thinks.
Effective.
The most effective thing I've ever seen tonight.
No.
The anorexia ad was the best. No.
I agree. Yeah, no.
So, any final thoughts about all the PSAs? Any of them in particular? What are you doing?
We actually
Spying
have
on us.
another one.
Oh, yeah?
Okay,
oh,
bring it
wait,
in.
we have a lucky number 14. There we go.
14, thank
We're
you.
fan-picked.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, this one really?
Yeah, we're
I was thinking about this one.
Yeah. I had to do this for an English project.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stared too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet child of
Since 2000, speeding has killed a classroom of our children. Shame on you. You can never control the consequences if you speed.
Squish.
Well, thank you for that. That was,
in the PSA, do you actually see them hit the kids at all?
Yes.
We actually have
no, that's like everything is right.
A whole classroom
Except there's no
full of-
squishing sound.
All right, but they do
And
hit
it
the
doesn't
kids.
repeat.
Clearly, whoever uploaded that was getting off on that big time. I gotta have an orgasm. God, that was sick. That was really sick.
I'm sorry, that squish sound effect's amazing.
It was like the effect you had when Russell Crowe hits his head in the
Yeah.
zone. He's like,
Correction, that's my favorite one now. Anything that has kids dying.
Do we want to talk about that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And because at first I'm like, okay, just don't speed. But when they say it kills a classroom of kids, it's like, oh, that's good, that's a good comparison. But then just shame on you. I didn't do it. It's trying to say prevent it, not you asshole. It's like I didn't do shit.
Well,
fuck you, PSA.
It encourages me to speed, really.
Why am I not surprised?
The less children in the world, the better.
Okay, I agree with that.
Hey, those were all children actors.
See, I found that one horrible. Especially, like, the car hits the kids, and it's like, oh, that looks so horribly dumb.
Yeah. When it lands on them, you know, I know the squish sound effect makes it funny and stuff, but that's why I was asking. It's like, they didn't actually show it land on them, did it? Yes, they did. And then there's like, it's your fault, jerks.
Like, when it busts over the wall,
Why
like,
didn't you
oh,
stop
that was
there?
really good. And then it runs him over, and it looks really just horrible.
Yeah,
And I'm
it actually looks like a coyote cartoon.
Yeah.
It just flies on the ground, you know. I wanted to get up like, you know, Judge Doom, like...
Yeah.
Or like the mask where the eyes are stretched out and they go back into sockets.
And I talk just like this.
Okay, effective.
Wow, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Immediately I say no. But if the point is to encourage me to speed so I can kill more children, then yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I I especially love the shame on you part. That's my favorite part. That's actually my favorite part. Shame on you.
Please expand on that.
It's almost like it's forcing the viewer to take responsibility for this. You may not have personally killed a child, but you're speeding, and at some point you will have something happen. So shame on all of you. You know speeding is wrong, and this is what happens. And I don't know.
She's a woman. She's used to shame.
I was gonna say shit. I can't follow that up.
Shame on you.
Shame on me.
Said you
total shame on me. I can't really get around that one. Can't be like no. It's like that's actually kind of deep.
Effective?
I thought it was awful, but it's all right. I'm happy I saw it.
If they cut before it hit the kids, I would have said yes, but that extra bit just made it so silly.
Yeah. I'll say, any final thoughts on any of them? What was your least favorite and your favorite?
My favorite was...
Seriously, which one's your favorite and your least?
Seriously, the,
Trying to go through them again.
I got the list, kind of.
This is where we put the Jeopardy theme in the...
Oh, 004! Yeah, that was my favorite.
Actually, that was the one, remember, the cook.
Yeah.
Oh, I turned this off the screen. Doy.
Oh, I hate that one. That'd be my worst.
Boom!
You know, I'll just go with what everyone else is going to say.
Okay, you have the belting one. Belting in the back seat. The shit kids say. The kid where he's looking through the mirror, or the glass. The cook with the boiling water. The kids see and the kids do. The mirror, that's the anorexia one. Mercy Street, that's the one where she got beaten up. The puppy one, how kids see us. The spilled coffee. The long car crash. The workplace accident with the zombies. And then the car flipping on the...
I'll say the anorexia one was my favorite, and my least favorite was the one about how kids see you when you're drunk.
That exact same here. Yeah,
really?
I thought the anorexic one was, you immediately got it, and it was effective. The kid seeing you when you're drunk, it was just, it was to get attention. I really feel it didn't connect, and it didn't capture what kids really probably see when they see that stuff. I think that was a huge, just a missed opportunity to really get across a good message and make a good connection.
Yeah, and the anorexia one's perfection. It's great. Just the one that's my personal least favorite. Not saying it's the worst. I get physically ill watching the boiling water fall. I don't want to ever see that again, ever. No.
Well, now that you mention it.
No.
That's number 4, right?
Yeah, it's the one that we skipped over. I should have let you skip over.
You should have kept your mouth shut.
I know.
Jory, favorite and least?
Oh, my favorite is the anorexia, by far, 1,000%.
Okay.
I guess least would be the dog.
Because you don't like dogs.
No, I really don't.
I thought you would like that one.
Yeah, it's
drown them all.
No, it's trying to say to not drown them. If it was to say drown them all, she'd like it.
Just break their little puppy legs and then throw them in.
Yipe.
So long, Fido. Learn to swim.
Final thoughts on any of these?
I will say...
Is there a PSA you guys would like to see something? Is there a topic that's never really been touched on in PSAs that you think they should try to do?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I do enjoy the videos that explore just how blatantly racist so many of the PSAs are, especially the one that's in one of your videos where it's the drug dealer, and it's like the black drug dealer, and they just make him look so scary. He like turns into like a boa constrictor or something.
Oh, that's
he becomes
right.
like the snake man.
But
there's a lot of racial overtones that are...
I never even thought of that.
There's a lot of racial overtones that are interesting to explore in these.
Let's go to the opposite of that. We're always saying, oh, look, he's a drug dealer, so he's black. Not a single black person in this entire...
yeah, but they aren't American PSAs either.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Not a single black person is in any of these. It's always white people causing accidents, drinking, beating their kids.
That's what I'm saying, predominantly American PSAs, particularly from the Reagan era.
But that's what I'm saying.
There's
It's interesting that when it's, predominantly white people, it's not a big deal. It's just, oh, that's a PSA. But you toss a black person in there, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, see, they're being racist.
Well, it's a much bigger picture than that in America, because there was a whole. We can get into the demonization of drugs now at this point.
Well, yeah.
And I mean, you can connect the dots so much in like the Reagan era.
Well,
even going to the whole animated cartoons talking about drugs and stuff.
But you had William the Fridge.
Yeah.
He was a G.I. Joe member.
Yeah, well, there you go. Exactly. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what would be, like, one that, I want to see, like, more of or something like that.
Anything with Paul Rubens.
I mean, there is, I guess I can think of ones I want to see less of, I guess it's like, I think the drug stuff is well intended, but I mean, it just, I don't know, I feel like I would never even be, I wouldn't find out that much about drugs unless I saw some of these PSAs. So I'm like, what is this stuff?
Yeah. It's like, thanks for telling me, Miss Piggy, about it. That's great.
Miss Piggy, you talked about it at some point? That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Don't do the smack! Or I'll smack you!
I hate Miss Piggy. I'd want to see a PSA that's about PSAs being wrong. Going back and showing... Look, here's the drug dealer at the kids' school trying to push drugs on the kids. Come on, you know you want it. Come on, drug dealers don't do this. This is an actual drug dealer.
There is kind of one that Canada did.
Really?
Not specifically drugs, but it's don't always believe what you see on TV. It was called The House Hippo. It's very popular.
That's the one where it's talking about that, but it's saying, oh, it likes to live here.
Yeah. And it's like, that looked real, but it wasn't. I was actually like, that, especially fucking now, I think that's a very valuable PSA, fake news and stuff.
Oh,
like
God,
that.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I was actually like, and that came out, I think, like, late 90s or something like that. No, actually, maybe early 2000. But, yeah, I was like, that's actually very clever, and I remember it, and yeah, no, I thought it was actually pretty effective.
Because for me, it's that whole thing of like, this is crack. It's like most of those were just horrible and had no idea what they were talking about. Did you ever do drugs? Probably
The first time
not.
I heard marijuana was when one of the chipmunks or whoever said it in in that cartoon thing, Or what was that?
Yeah, the cartoon All-Stars The Rescue, where all I could think of is, oh my God, I enjoyed it so much when I was high.
Yeah. Fucking great.
Good night.
Hey, so good to see you,
sorry, guys.
Oh, it's all good. Oh, it's great to see you.
That's why Robin didn't come. She was like, I'm so tired.
Rubbing your bone.
I hear that. Good night.
The end.
No, for me it was that whole thing of like, I'm sorry, if I'm a drug dealer and I go to a school and I'm like, yo, here, buy some drugs. No, I don't want it. Okay, I'm going to go to someone who actually wants it. Drug dealers don't sit there and try to push it on someone who doesn't want it. That's a waste of time and effort.
Yeah.
I just wish they would have a PSA that says, PSAs aren't right.
Yeah.
Kind of like that South Park where it shows, like, they're trying to show the exchange they go to make drugs look bad, and it just shows 9/11. It says, because of drugs!
Yeah. One of my favorites, quote unquote, that was just, like, horrible, is the one where this girl's at a party and she smokes pot, and she's slowly like, and this guy comes up and like starts climbing on top of her, and it's like, smoke pot and you can get raped.
Oh my God! Yeah, because that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve. Shame on you.
Oh, the murders, rapes, and other things, reefer madness.
Yes.
Because of marijuana.
Yeah. It doesn't lead to anything but carpentry.
Dennis Leary was right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about the whole Paul Rubens. That is an amazing PSA. This is crack. And then you got like, yeah, just watch any frame of the show and tell me this wasn't created on some kind of drug substance. It's just crazy.
Well, they tried to do it so seriously, but it's like, but it's Pee-wee.
Like this solemn music.
And everything.
Yeah, just sitting there.
Okay, I just want to see an episode of Pee-wee's Playhouse where the commercial is that PSA.
Yeah.
So these kids are like, yay, Pee-wee! Oh, Pee-wee.
No, it's like, that's what the King of Cartoons plays. It's like, I'm playing the cartoon! This is crack.
And then comes Penny.
No, it even Penny's just sitting there like, you know, if I could blink, I would like, you know, blink 80 times right now, because what did I just say?
Final thoughts?
I would give this 4 out of 4 hard cocks.
Yes.
How do I follow that up? I enjoyed this quite a bit, Jason. What wonderful curating, and the world's really fucking crazy.
Any final thoughts?
Yeah, no, just interesting. Don't know what much else I can say. It's like the good ones are good, the bad ones are bad. It's you know, there is an art to it, and it is like advertising. You have to know what sticks and what connects to what you're talking about. Yeah. So yeah, no, I mean it really, it's like advertising ethics.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Next time we'll be doing hopefully Get Out. That would be nice. The first breakfast in a movie.
And you can buy your Chia daughter at... You have to give that plug at the end.
No, I'm not going to plug it in.
No, it's your daughter. Come on.
I don't have a daughter.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye.